The Walking Dead, Season 3, Episode 13, Arrow on the Doorpost. Episode 13 of The Walking Dead Season 3, Arrow on the Doorpost, brings tension to the forefront as Rick Grimes and the Governor meet face to face for the first time. This episode explores themes of negotiation, power, and the moral complexities of leadership, setting the stage for an inevitable war. Plot summary. The meeting. The episode opens with Rick, Andrew Lincoln, Daryl Dixon, Norman Reedus, and Herschel Green, Scott Wilson, arriving at a remote barn for a proposed negotiation with the governor, David Morrissey. The meeting, orchestrated by the governor, is framed as an opportunity to avoid further bloodshed between the prison group and Woodbury. Inside the barn, the governor sits calmly, exuding confidence and control. Rick, however, approaches with caution, knowing full well that this meeting could be a trap. The two leaders sit across from each other at a small table, creating an atmosphere of palpable tension. The negotiation. The governor begins the conversation by addressing the losses both sides have suffered. He claims to want peace and proposes a deal. If Rick surrenders Michonne, Denai Gurira, to him, he will spare the rest of the prison group. Rick is taken aback by the offer, knowing that handing over Michonne would betray their moral code and weaken their group's unity. As the conversation unfolds, it becomes clear that the governor has no intention of making peace. He subtly threatens Rick, implying that war is inevitable if his demands are not met. The governor's calm demeanor contrasts sharply with Rick's growing frustration, emphasizing the power dynamics at play. Tensions outside the barn. While Rick and the governor negotiate, their respective groups wait outside. Daryl strikes up an uneasy alliance with Martinez, Jose Pablo Cantillo, one of the governor's top men. The two bond over their shared experiences of survival, briefly setting aside their differences as they take out walkers together. At the same time, Herschel talks with Milton Mamet, Dallas Roberts, the governor's scientific advisor. Their conversation reveals Milton's loyalty to the governor and his belief in Woodbury's mission, but Herschel's wisdom and moral conviction subtly challenge Milton's perspective. Rick's dilemma. As the meeting progresses, Rick begins to weigh the governor's offer. While he understands the risks of refusing, he also recognizes that the governor cannot be trusted. The moral dilemma forces Rick to confront his own leadership and the sacrifices he is willing to make to protect his group. The governor, meanwhile, attempts to manipulate Rick by appealing to his sense of responsibility. He shares his own twisted justification for his actions, claiming that his methods are necessary to maintain order in a chaotic world. Return to the groups. After the meeting, the governor returns to Woodbury and reveals to Martinez that the negotiation was merely a ploy to buy time. He orders his men to prepare for an all-out assault on the prison, solidifying his role as a manipulative and ruthless leader. Rick, on the other hand, tells his group about the governor's offer but does not reveal the full details. Instead, he begins formulating a plan to defend the prison, knowing that the governor will not honor any agreement. Key themes and elements. Leadership and power. The episode examines the different approaches to leadership between Rick and the governor. While Rick struggles with moral dilemmas and the burden of protecting his group, the governor exudes calculated confidence, prioritizing power and control above all else. Morality and survival. The governor's demand for Michonne tests Rick's moral compass, highlighting the tension between survival and maintaining one's humanity. Trust and deception. The meeting underscores the lack of trust between the two groups, with both sides preparing for war despite the guise of negotiation. Human connection. The interactions between Daryl and Martinez, as well as Herschel and Milton, provide moments of human connection amidst the larger conflict, showing that shared experiences can briefly bridge divides. Character development. Rick Grimes. Rick's moral conflict and leadership are put to the test as he grapples with the governor's manipulative offer. The governor's calm yet sinister demeanor underscores his role as a master manipulator and a dangerous adversary. Daryl Dixon. Daryl's interactions with Martinez reveal his pragmatic side and his ability to find common ground, even with enemies. Herschel Green. Herschel's wisdom and moral clarity continue to make him a grounding presence within the group. Milton Mamet. Milton's loyalty to the governor and his intellectual curiosity add complexity to his character. Memorable moments. The intense negotiation between Rick and the governor, filled with veiled threats and power plays. Daryl and Martinez bonding over killing walkers, a rare moment of camaraderie amidst the tension. The governor's chilling revelation to Martinez that the meeting was a ruse, solidifying his manipulative nature. Herschel and Milton's philosophical conversation, offering a deeper perspective on the conflict. Rick's moral struggle as he debates whether to sacrifice Michonne for the greater good. Conclusion. Arrow on the Doorpost is a tense and thought-provoking episode that explores the complexities of leadership, morality, and survival. The meeting between Rick and the governor serves as a microcosm of the larger conflict, highlighting the stakes and the moral dilemmas faced by both sides. With its focus on character development and the looming threat of war, this episode sets the stage for an explosive conclusion to The Walking Dead Season 3.